Well, slap him on a plate and serve him to your in-laws if this ain't the most barbecued Seeker yet. So as the Classics line, newly revamped and newly released, comes out and starts letting loose of these totally awesome characters from back in G1 in the olden days, we finally get to finish our Conehead trifecta with Thrust. So yeah, totally awesome. And he looks totally awesome with this nice sparkly A1 red here and this pleasing charcoaly black. Very cool. And this little bits of yellow here gives a little bit of hint of mustard. So he's kind of like a 4th of July hot dog, which is totally awesome. Now, if only I could actually review Ramjet, we'd be set. Now, there's an 80% chance I'm a moron, but there's also a good chance I may not be, and just an average person. But I can't seem to get, on most of these Seekers, I can't really seem to get their legs quite right. It seems that they're always like at an angle, like, you know, sort of like this, and not quite right. But if you get enough finagling done, I think you can at least make them stand up to where it's at least sufficient. So that's cool, right? And you know this mold better than anyone else in the world. You got the standard Seeker articulation. The arms, which, yeah, once again, backs into the wing and makes the wing go blah blah blah. But it's still cool because it's okay, because it's Thrust. And it's not like he can't do cool poses. That's not supposed to happen. And it's not like he can't do cool poses, because, I mean, look, he can do his arms sideways all he wants, and these legs will move anywhere, too. They're nice and big and square and bulky, which makes them look cool as well. Nice and substantial. And the yellow in here is just totally rocking. It just looks awesome. And this little cockpit is a very nice color as well. Sort of like an ambery, honey, yellow, sweet flavor-looking color. And as always, the missiles are detachable, and you can just take them off and shoot them like so. Which makes it nice, and I just love these colors. They're so awesome and so unique to Thrust as well. So they really do well. And plus, another new feature is that this isn't a completely exact right-out repaint of the Starscream. It is, in fact, a little bit different, because look at these turbine things. I'm not sure where they are, but they look cool, and they go right on the back here too. And these wings are differently shaped as well, and so are these thingamajigs down here. They're cool and they're different, so that's awesome. And as all classics are wont to be, they totally bring out the true character of Thrust, being basically just the big baddie that thinks he's great, but everyone knows he really isn't, and he feels so bad about that. But look at that. He's just basically telling you that I'm better and you're not. Kind of in that poochy chin sort of way. Oh yeah, look at this guy. He's just so big and wide and girthy. So yeah, you can see this guy is totally dark and droney, but he's very cool as well. Just look at this nice swirling color on here. It's just so beautiful and stands out in the light so wonderfully. The gritty little color in here makes it look like it's almost made out of dark red gold, if there is such a thing. I'm not sure that there is, but that's cool anyway. And I could do without these white outlines, but you know, that's just minor detail. This thing is overall and undoubtedly awesome. And take a look at that. Is that a little bit of chrome I see inside that cockpit? Oh yeah. But you know that this mold is just totally awesome. I mean, of course the classic Seekers are absolutely great to look at, and they're just so awesome in both modes, both jet and robot. And it's just very cool indeed. But I also love that how this thing gives you so much more liberty than the others, that you can actually take these little turbines, or whatever they are, off, which is cool. And you can actually put them anywhere you want to, too. Just wherever you got these little holes. So you can put them under, or under here. I like to kind of have them up here, you know, that's just the way I do things. I also like to have his guns back here so that he can kind of match Dirge's. Speaking of Dirge, let's just kind of bring him out over here and take a look at the two. The two Generations Classic Seekers. Oh yeah, they're two awesome Coneheads for sure. But yeah, you definitely should get these guys, both of them together. I mean, the Coneheads, they always were more kind of dependent on all three of each other. You never see really one of them by himself. You always see at least two together. Unlike Thundercracker, Skywarp, and Starscream, these guys were all just kind of a trio that went together. And, you know, if you can ever find Ramjet Classics, then great, good him too. But definitely you should get these two guys. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that Ramjet is just awesome because he's a Seeker. And why would anyone in his right mind not love another Seeker? But, at least released in here in America, speaking anyway, we still have one more Seeker left that was actually featured in the cartoon to be released here in America, which just happens to be my favorite. but not anymore. Coming soon, Generations Thundercracker. But that's not quite yet. This is Thrust, I'm Creature Hunt Guy, I'll see you guys later.